So what are you doing right now? Watching YouTube. Yep, it's pretty obvious. This is weird thing that I started doing, after a while post getting into self-improvement. I developed this, sense of almost looking at myself from a different perspective whenever I'm doing something. So let's say, I'm sitting on the bed scrolling on Instagram. A few seconds later, I'd get this part of my brain, almost looking at me from a different angle saying, bro, I'm actually being aware of the fact that I am scrolling on Instagram. And after that, I become aware of the fact that I am aware of the fact that I'm scrolling on Instagram, if that makes sense. So imagine this, okay? I'm sitting and scrolling on Instagram. Another version of me, the exact version of me, comes through the door and looks at me and tells you should scrolling on Instagram. And then that version after that tells me what you're doing is not right. A big reason why, a lot of people struggle with getting out of this rut of scrolling on social media, watching YouTube, living this lazy life is not really because they love living it. Because let's be honest, when you're doing something that's not good for you, you don't feel good doing it. Sure, it may give you a hint of dopamine, because you're laughing at something funny. But overall, we don't feel good doing it. But the reason people can't get themselves out of that is because they almost lose themselves in this trap that all these social media content websites have created. These scientists, these professionals are literally making these apps, this very app, every single app, in a way that will keep you hooked on for as long as possible. It's literally it's hard to say, but they are literally ruining your life to make money off of you. And you get hooked onto this, and it's very difficult to then stop because you're so invested in this thing that you're doing. But when you develop this sense of consciousness to be aware of what you're doing, and then to understand that you are aware, and then trust me, making that choice, making that decision to quit the video will be so much more easier. And I say quit the video, what I mean is, quitting doing that hard task. This is one thing that's tremendously helped me a lot in my self-improvement journey. And it's not even something I consciously looked at a video like this and tried to develop that mindset, but I think it's usually important for every single one of you to just be aware of what you're doing. Everything we do in life nowadays, we do it on a routinely basis that we don't even think about what we're actually doing. I know I'm very aware of what I'm speaking in this video right now and why I'm doing it. Someone else out there watching TV, you think they're aware of the fact that they're actually doing it, or do you think it's just a routinely habit? Okay, it's the weekend, it's the morning, I don't have work, so let me just switch on Netflix and spend 8 hours on this. They're not being aware of it. So be aware of it, and trust me, when you do over time, making a decision to continue with something or not continue with something, just making having that ability to make that choice would be a lot easier for you.